Everybody was going nuts over the past couple days, but where was Legundo talking about Halo 3 being available on backwards compatibility? I was a little bit busy, but as usual, I'm not one to jump on the hype train just for the sake of hype. Let's talk about the real implications of Halo 3 being back on backwards compat, as well as the other Halo games too, right after the drop. So what's up everybody, how's it going? Legundo here, welcome back, and today we're talking backwards compatibility of the old Halo titles on Xbox One. You might have missed it if you were living underneath a rock, because everyone, and I mean everyone, was super excited and super hyped over the older Halo titles returning. It was iconic, it was classic, it was true armor customization, and all the other things that everybody likes to say and ignore and cherry pick facts to make everything sound better for their arguments. But whatever, it's a fun game, and it's a good thing to see them back in their own sort of way, instead of being lumped into the Master Chief Collection, which is still sort of half on life support, half dead, just something that we really shouldn't keep asking for it to be fixed. Go watch that video, but I know a lot of people are very passionate about that, so I'm gonna let that one lie. Let's just talk about the Xbox 360 discs, which you can now put into your Xbox One and play there. And it plays pretty much exactly like it did in 2007, for better and for worse. It is exactly the classic style that you remember, the old BR with its random inaccuracy, the old movement mechanics, the old aiming, the old everything in 720p glory at 30 FPS. If this was what you were looking for and this is what you wanted out of Halo, that's everything right there. It's the old maps, it's Guardian, Blackout, Valhalla, Sandtrap, all of them are back. The old Warthog is back, which I personally am super excited for. I love wheel manning, and I've always loved it right up until Reach, when they made vehicles pretty much awful. But still, I'm enjoying going in and playing some social BTB and going in and playing some social Slayer and some social playlists in Halo 3. That being said, population is going to be a big question here, because everybody talks a lot about how they want these old Halo, classic Halo experience coming back, but I looked at the population counters by going through every single playlist right before recording this video on Sunday the 24th, and I only saw about 5,000 to 6,000 people playing, primarily condensed into some of the sweatier playlists, your Lone Wolves, your Team Slayer, your Team Snipers. Not so much in the other playlists. Like, there was very few people playing in 7 on the 7th, very few people playing in Action Sack. I tried to get into a game of Rumble Pit, and matchmaking restarted 3 times, and I had to go to Social Slayer instead for the B-roll that you're seeing behind this video. Whether or not this game is going to live or die is going to determine on how many people care about playing Halo in practice, rather than just preaching about it for Twitter likes or YouTube views, and that's really, really important. I'm loving it, don't get me wrong. Classic Halo being back, Firefight being back in ODST, all of these games being playable again is absolutely fantastic. ODST Firefight is one of my favorite iterations of Firefight ever. I wasn't big into Reach, and Warzone Firefight is not really my jam. It's okay, but it's not the best, let's be honest here. But ODST Firefight I would play for hours on end, hours upon hours on end on Salvo Highway, just reaching up and stockpiling choppers and trying to do our best with a couple friends. That game was my jam back in the day. But all of this, and I mean all of it, depends entirely on how many players are going to continue to support it. Because since it's an older title and it's using the backwards compatibility app, it doesn't have some of the same features as newer titles do. There's no custom games browser like present in Halo 5. There's no LFG options integrated into the system like you have with Xbox One native titles, and instead you have to use third-party sites or get a couple mates together from Twitter or jump onto a community Discord and try to get some games together. Also, inviting people to and from parties is going to be a little bit difficult. You got to use Xbox Party because game chat's kind of, yeah, whatever. I'm pointing out a lot of negatives here, and it sounds like I'm really just trying to shit all over backwards compatibility, but I'm not. I'm super excited for it to be here because it allows this conversation to be no longer theoretical. It's all about what people will actually do and will do for an extended period of time. Because the first couple weeks, yes, everybody's hyped up and everybody's ready to go. I want to see what population numbers are going to be a month from now, because that'll show you the actual true amount of people who want Classic Halo over the current iteration with enhanced mobility. And that, at the end of the day, is what really decides what Halo does moving forward, or what it should do moving forward. Development's clearly already underway on Halo 6. They've already stated that they're building on Halo 5 for the next title, so we know it's going to be the next iteration on the same engine. Whether or not all the different movement mechanics are going to come back, be changed, rebalanced, we don't know all the details of just yet. They're still in the promotion cycle for Halo Wars 2 with Awakening the Nightmare just coming out, but we do know that the next title's being worked on. What it will look like, how it will play, and the little nuances that can still be changed right up until release, that's the kind of thing that's going to be influenced by seeing huge numbers of people playing Classic Halo over playing the current Halo, or huge number of people playing the current Halo and not going back to backwards compatibility. I guess my overall thoughts is I'm super excited for Halo 3 to be there and for me to just be able to jump in and play it again. I've played quite a few games since it came out on backwards compatibility, but I waited instead of jumping on day one and being all hype. I wanted to give you my real opinion, and I wanted to give you how I really thought. So I gave it a couple days, I gave it the weekend, and you're getting this video now. The hype has worn off. I'm not just all crazy about it being back. This is how I really feel, and I want to hear how you really feel down in the comments. Are you excited for backwards compatibility? Do you not care? Which one are you going to play more, new or old Halo? Are you going to play both? Are you one of those rare people who can appreciate more than one thing? Let me know down in the comments, and as always, you know what to do. Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you hated it, subscribe for some more Halo news and analysis here on the channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss these daily videos, and I'll talk to you next time.